Welcome, everybody. Welcome to my Virgo channel. For those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Laura Schwam, and I'm a psychic healer. So I will be doing psychic soul readings in conjunction with regular tarot readings and mystical spiritual messages. For those of you that are new to the channel, anything that you need to read about the channel, such as my giveaways, how the channel actually works, you can read in the description box below. Okay. And if you write the word compassion in the space bar this week and you like this video because you resonate with it and you subscribe to the channel, you can have the opportunity to get a free psychic reading with me. All right. So, again, my name is Laura Schwam, and cross watchers, you're more than welcome to sit in and listen to this video. But this is a Virgo video. But since it's a general message, know that roles can be reversed, so flip it, switch it, interpret the message how it resonates best for you. That's the key. Now, my cards, I always like to start off with because they talk about the karmic themes. They talk about the soul blocks, the karmic themes and the soul blocks, soul wounds that happen from trauma. They may play out as karmic contracts. They might play out as karmic themes that keep replaying within your life. So if you're someone that keeps um, reliving patterns of shame, victim victimization, betrayal, or maybe you self sabotage yourself, whatever the psychological slash spiritual, because that's what psychological and spiritual go hand in hand, because you co create with God and the universe through your mind. So, any psychological and emotional block that is preventing you from achieving what you're trying to manifest, whether that's a relationship, whether that's going after a job. And understand, a lot of times if we're talking about soulmate and twin flame, we're going to see the same energy mirror within both parties because like goes to like. So I'm going to explain to you um, how you are manifesting through the cards and what you would need to do to heal that psychological block, the soul wound, how to integrate the spiritual lesson. Okay? Because otherwise, you will continue to loop, which means the same experience created from the same psychological block. It will replay within your life. And this is what it means when you see, oh, every 7 years a person lives a karmic theme. And that karmic theme is they had the opportunity to re enter a situation that was very much like an experience that they had already gone through before. And they didn't pass, I'll say. I mean, there's no such thing as pass or fail, but we can see it as a fail when we get those undesirable outcomes from the experiences, whether it's we keep dating the same type of person and we keep reliving the same experience, or whether, again, it's within a job or health or wherever it is in our life, it's going to show up with it. Now, without further ado, let me see what cards flow out. Okay, I'm just throwing them everywhere. Like today. See, my overstimulation. I'm a highly sensitive person and I get overstimulated doing these videos sometimes. So anyway, first card out was really nervousness, which what did I just say? Overstimulation. And maybe again, I'm tapping into the collective here, Virgo, that a lot of us are feeling very nervous. And the reason why we feel very nervous is because we have a lot of opinions. We have a lot of opinions about how we believe things should look, how things should play out, how we perceive we should appear. And if we don't fit our perceptions or what our opinion is about what things should be, or again, how they should look, then we get overstimulated, and overstimulation creates this nervous. So release attentive and repressed nature. So understand, I feel like a lot of us Virgos, me included, when I say that because I'm a Virgo, that's why I was inspired to have a Virgo channel, that a lot of us were not allowed to have our process, find our process. Whether or not we were high achievers in school, whether or not we were smart and we were taught by society how smart we were and what avenues to take in life. Others of us might have not felt very successful in school and had to find our way creatively, meaning through the creative genius, through our own process. But we were judged every part of the way because we were going against society, the way that society thinks. Again, society's opinion of what we should look like, how we should be, um, how we should create success, what success actually is, whether success is the house that we live in, the car that we drive, the person that we're married. It's again what things look like from the outside world, the physical world. But the physical world is imbalanced. And it's imbalanced because it's based on physical things, not spiritual people. Again, we're spiritual beings having human experiences. And the human experience is learning how to make money, right? Learning how to have a successful relationship, how to persevere through life. So we all have our own unique individuality, and that's how we do things. However, again, many times society tells us, and whether it's our parents that tell us, whether it's school systems that tell us, or whether it's the job that tell us later on in life, we begin to walk from someone else's level of perception because of their opinion, not again ourselves. But when we do that, we get nervous. We get nervous because we put judgments on ourselves, and that will create overstimulation. So the message here for the psychic soul, again, what we are looking to heal within the soul, is honor your process. Your process is an actual unfoldment process. It happens as you walk. It happens through the people that you meet, the situations that you interact with. It's a collective thing that happens. It's not from one person or one club that you might join or one idea or one passion. It's the collective of everything that you do, and you're piecing it together to create yourself. And through that, you're becoming yourself. You're learning about yourself. Many of us get nervous in life because we don't even know who we are. We think that we know what we like, and then when we get what we like, we say, "I don't like this." And the reason why is because maybe you were looking at a relationship through, again, your perception of what you believe that love was, right? Okay, so that, Virgo, is coming from a limited perception. We only know through our own limitations, through our own situations, through our own perceptions of those situations. So there's a whole thing, and that the whole thing is to look at things from a God consciousness, a unity consciousness, a collective consciousness. And that the only way we can do that again is through our own unique walk. So that is your message for the psychic soul, healing your soul, what your soul needs to hear, which is pretty much in short, honor your process. When you find yourself having anxiety and being nervous, it's because you're overthinking. You're, instead of just being in the moment, being in the now and allowing the unfoldment process to happen without your own mind getting in the way, without your own fears getting in the way, because that is what creates sabotaging behavior. See, and that will create a rebirth. So we have rebirth here, and let's see what the card is next to it, because that will tell us a story too that will go deeper into the soul message. Okay, caution. So caution. So rebirth. So a lot of times, in order to not repeat a psychic wound, or to again open that psychic wound or activate the psychic wound, we want to integrate the spiritual lesson created from the soul wound so that the soul wound is no longer a wound. And we can do that when through the rebirthing process. And the caution is really just all about not repeating the same cycles. And we can figure out what those cycles are by looking at our emotions, by looking at our feelings. So let's look at the feeling. Let's see if a feeling comes out. And if the feeling doesn't come out, I want to definitely look at what your overall situation is that's creating overstimulation that may be a psychic wound that is going to reopen, or a karmic theme that you're about to re-enter from a karmic contract that you might have not completed out yet. Okay, Promethean fire is passion. So passion for life. So Promethean fire is again that when we are passionate about something, and it's usually we know it through being passionate about a person. This is more about a passion through your unique individuality, through your creativity, through again who you perceive that you are. It's again who you perceive you are is from the hobbies, your interests, where you spend your time, your energy, your focus, and your money. Again, how you've created yourself, and what brings you the passion. And it can't be a person, because the karmic wound that's creating nervousness and again being opinionated about yourself is mainly because you don't know yourself. And when that happens, you're going to attract a person that doesn't know who they are either. So there will always be a sense of codependency. And so codependency is, I may really like something about you, and that is what attracts me to you. That's what makes me want to date you. So, but the problem is that's very limited perception. So you may say, I see someone that is a great provider. I see someone that does very well financially. I see someone that is a real go-getter and is maybe big in the community. And that is what I desire to be with. So there's these traits, but those traits are not who the person is. They're your desires of things that you want. Well, your soulmate, your twin flame, is looking at you, also saying, I like this about you. I perceive that you're very big within your community, that you're successful, that you're, again, all these exterior things. But again, that's not who you are. So then the passion, a lot of times from the Promethean fire, again, this Promethean fire will disguise itself. And it disguises itself as again, love. But it's really lust a lot of times, because it's all these outside elements. It's, I find you really attractive. I again feel a soul connection to you. And I love all these outside things about you. So I'm pretty sure that you're perfect for me. But the problem is that we attract people that have the same karmic wounds that we have. Maybe they grew up in the same environment. And the key is that they need to integrate the spiritual lesson. And otherwise it becomes a loop. And that's what this is saying right here, that there's a chance that a rebirth. So Virgo, many of you may be entering into a new relationship, and it's saying be careful. But let's actually look and see. And it's saying be careful, like to find your balance. It's not saying to avoid. What it is saying is you have to find your balance. You can't let your passion for this person override a passion that you have for yourself individually. It's again, the reason why is because God lives inside of us as a gift of spirit, and we honor him and love him first by loving ourselves first. And that's only through our passion and our individuality. And when somebody comes into our life that has this energy, well, there's always a chance to be taken away. So there will always be nervousness, right? Because it's again, there's a karmic theme here that hasn't been, there's a karmic like wound here that hasn't been healed, and that karmic theme is about to play out. And so there's a chance to be a rebirth. But we really do have to take caution because it's not one way or the other. Remember, when you're in that zone of love, a lot of times, or passion, you're not logically thinking. And you're not, and so this is where we have a tendency to lose ourselves. So Ace of Cups, but look how it came out, reversed. So already, you know what I'm getting? Already right off the bat, what I'm getting, Virgos, is that if you want to be successful, like with this relationship, you have to again know that your emotional growth comes from feeding yourself and not the person, not the situation, because it came out reversed. So is this again, and a lot of times this will be of the karmic theme. It's like, again, I let this person back into my life, and again, they didn't give. So understand that wound gets deeper. Our mind begins to believe that we can't have things emotionally that affects us, where we are no longer present, and it affects outside things. 10 of Swords. Okay, hurt. You read it right there. Okay, make it easy. It's like it's right there in black and white, emotionally hurt. Right there. And that's usually how Virgos get hurt. It's not really within business because we're the hermit. In tarot, we are the hermit, which means we have intuition, we are introspective, we do plan ahead, we are detail oriented, but how do we get hurt? Emotionally, every time. So, Four of Wands, stability. So as I was saying, the way to get your stability is through yourself. And that will actually bring your relationship closer, because the karmic theme is that both parties, I feel like, are just nervous because they don't trust who they are in somewhere in their life. It doesn't mean everywhere in their life. It just means somewhere. Again, 8 of Wands, but it's reversed. And the 8 of Wands, when it's upright, means quick forward movement. Well, this is asking us to slow it down a notch. It's going to feel uncomfortable. Healing doesn't feel good. You're going to want to go fast. This energy right here, darling, is I want to move full speed ahead. I'm passionate about what's happening here. But if you're smart, you won't. You'll slow it down a notch, and you'll feed your own passions, your individuality. It's where you're putting your time, your energy, your focus, and your money. It's again giving yourself that love. You want that love? You want to attract that love? You give yourself that love. It's again King of Swords, cooperation. Again, upside down. So don't let this person's ego, Virgo, because they're not going to like it if you're slowing it down and they're like, I have passion for you, I'm coming in strong, and you're slowing it down, so it's making me nervous. Well, you're not going to get cooperation with that. They're not going to like that, whoever it is, because you're triggering a wound in them where maybe you're making them feel insecure. Maybe, again, I feel like a lot of, for some of you, again, that whoever it is, and this is not gender, it's never gender in tarot, whether you're dealing with a girl and a girl, or a guy and a guy, or a guy and a girl, or a monster and a muppet, it doesn't matter. It's the fact that everybody has an ego. Everybody has gone through experiences that have traumatized them, and everybody has perceptions about themselves that they like. So if someone believes that they're attractive and desirable and they know that through past experiences and you're telling them no, well, it's going to make them mad. You know, you're going to trigger them. They're going to say, well, I know love to look like this and you're not doing this. So now you're triggering me. So you have to let this person get hurt. You want to know how to gain respect? And a lot of you out there, Virgos, get love, but you don't get respect. You want respect? You got to give it to yourself. Because this doesn't necessarily mean that you won't be with the person. What this means is that you have to get the person to your eye level, where they're looking at you as an equal instead of, well, I want to come in here and you can be right here beneath me. No, no, no. Then you're going to disrespect me and automatically I'm not going to like you. So this is going to turn into hate after a while, or it's going to feel like hate because you're going to continually be hurt because you're going to say, this person never considers me. People need to be taught to be considered. You know, this person needs for you to give them so much of attention, but I don't really see that they've given any attention because it started off with no attention. So you want attention, but you weren't giving me attention. So it's, again, this is a regular reoccurrence in relationships that we see it. So this is when you give yourself more. It's like you don't give the person more, thinking that you can change it. It's again, and when you do that and you give yourself more, then they come rushing in. Because a soulmate and a twin flame have that, they have that connection. There is an unconditional love there. That is that instantaneous, like, I know that you feel like home. I feel like I'm supposed to be with you. Well, the reason why is because you are. You are supposed to be with them. But it's karmic. And karmic means learn. And so, are you someone, you need to ask yourself, that continually has bad relationships? Do you enter every relationship fearful? Are you in a relationship now and continually waiting for that shoe to drop because of past soul wounds? Well, then you need to integrate the spiritual lesson. Otherwise, a karmic loop will continue to happen, and that your soul knows. So the anxiety and that knowing is that. So it's all about knowing that today and right now, you're rebirthing. And how are you rebirthing? Well, you're learning a new perception. And that perception is that you're not lovable. That perception is that that person might not have used you because you felt this energy again, but that it could be a slow relationship, one that, again, could have been painful. But it was there to teach you. And it was there to teach you that about love, even though it hurt you. So you say, well, I didn't learn love. I learned, like, again, that it freaking hurt. It's, again, it should have taught you to love yourself. And the caution is just that. It doesn't say stop. It says caution, which means I have to be present. I have to be in the moment. I have to be in the now. So I have to release what I feel that this relationship should be, what I feel I should be, what the connection should be. It's, again, what my relationships are. I have opinions, which, and those opinions create judgments. And so in order for me to get this person to move towards me and to cooperate, I really can't be nervous. I can't be nervous. And if I give myself emotional love, And that's through investing in myself, through losing myself, again, through feeding myself, through, again, reign of activity means doing things, finding myself, creating my own stability here. I create my own stability, then I can't get hurt. So let's see if you have someone in your life, Virgo, again, for the Virgos, this is a collective message. So some of you, I'm sure, are in relationships. What would your person want to tell you? You are loved, that you are loved. And that is because, again, the soul that has that recognition, it's called unconditional love. It's felt as unconditional love. It's felt as knowing. The language is clairsentient. It's, I just knew it. It's, I felt it. It's actually claircognizance is, I just knew that. And the clairsentience is, I felt that. It's again in the two where when you have a soul connection, and so you know what love feels like. It doesn't mean that you agree logically with the person all the time. What it means is that there's unconditional love, but they could have been non-committal. It's again, and this is kind of the energy that looked like it. It's again where someone might have been coming in and out of your life. Someone again could have been in your life where there was a lot of passion, but there was no substance, there was no ground, there was no, the person was not committing again to you, but there was this sense of, but I do love. And so there's this sense too, for your healing, Virgo, is to know that somebody may say, I love you, and but I'm non-committal. So you have to accept this love. And really, if you're one of those people that says, I've already invested and I already have feelings for this person, I guarantee if you put the energy into yourself, Virgo, you will begin to raise your vibration, like literally raise it to the point that that person will not be able to hold your vibration, that you won't be attracted to them all the time. So it's not about trying to say, I know that this person isn't right for me, and I'm going to try and break it off. But I have, especially if there's this energy there, it feels like it's almost impossible. And then you say, well, they're non-committal. So it's like I have to go along with what they do, which is actually what the karmic theme here has been all along. Again, why you're being asked to rebirth and to be caution and take caution to not repeat the same thing where you're like, it's just all about this passion. It's like, it's all about this passion. And like they have opinions of how it needs to look, and that makes me nervous, and I have to go along with it all. It's like because otherwise, and I never get this. This is what the part I was looking for, and because this is all about the emotional fulfillment. And over time, when it's just about this, we're not getting this at all. We're feeling used, and we're feeling betrayed, and it becomes a very toxic and negative energy. So I'm telling you, Virgos, you put the energy into yourself, you grow yourself. If that person is a soulmate twin flame, they'll come back, because unconditional love, there is no stronger energy. It cannot be manipulated. There is no ownership. There is no expectation with unconditional love. It just is. That's why it's the strongest energy. So if someone really is your soulmate, and you break it because they're not respecting you, they're not giving you that emotional fulfillment, which is what I feel like here. So you're continually getting this energy. Well, you have to create this for yourself, and you create the stability for yourself through, again, creating yourself. And that is your message, Virgo. Now, again, if you guys resonated, leave a like, comment, be interactive with me. This is a new channel. Again, write the word compassion in the space bar. to win a free reading with me. And until next time, be true to you, love yourself. I'll see you guys all soon. Bye.